Hey y'all, Shelly here and welcome back to As We Grow. Can we get a redo? Well, yes, we can. Just because we fail on something doesn't mean we have to give up. We can try again. If you caught my video that I posted before this, I was talking about my GreenStalk and what I had figured where I had gone wrong with it. And so I'm just going to go over them steps with you real quick before we start to have a redo on this GreenStalk. First thing we're going to look at is the soil in the GreenStalk. If you can tell, you're supposed to have it filled up to the brim right here. And what I didn't consider was when you put dirt in any kind of container or raised bed, it's going to settle. And I don't know why I didn't think about that, but I just didn't. So if you look how much my soil has settled. And so what I think has happened is, even though I planted the seeds right up here in the front, I think they pushed their way back to the back. You can kind of see where the reservoir is, where the water comes down from this top where you water, and it comes down and waters all these tiers. And so, of course, if it slid up underneath that, it's not going to get any sun. It's going to get way too saturated. And this is why I have not gotten anything to grow in it. So we're going to fix that problem today. I'm going to go ahead and start taking this apart and just sliding it on the porch where I'll be more in the shade, where y'all can probably see me better too. I just figured it would be easier to lift this and slide it on the porch like this. But while I'm doing this, I wanted to talk to y'all. I was reading my devotionals this morning, and you know, it just was something that I thought was right interesting and had never thought about it in this way. You think about motherhood, or you can just think about life in general, but I'm gonna go with motherhood. Especially with those of you out there that who have had babies and know what that's like. You have a newborn baby and you don't get a lot of sleep in those first couple of months of life. You're changing diapers, smelly diapers. You're losing sleep because the baby's up in all hours of the night, wanting to be fed or changed, or just wanting to be cuddled. You feel like a walking zombie. I know I sure did when my third child come along. I nursed him. So about when we hit 4th or 5th month of having him in this world, he decided he wanted to nurse all the time at night. A lot of that had to do with he was hungry, but a lot of that had to do with him using me as a pacifier. A lot of times in motherhood, especially these first couple of months, you know, we're sleep deprived, our brains don't work good, we have bags under our eyes. Sometimes we feel like we don't want any company at all because we're just so tired. Probably haven't had a shower in a week because we're tending to those little newborns. As I'm reading this devotional this morning, it's talking about that. And it talks about how once the baby kind of gets established and is a couple months old, starting to sleep better. Yourself, you're getting a lot more sleep, and you're just doing a lot better in general. You're getting showers regularly, and feeling quite yourself. Then we treasure those times with our babies when they're young, because you know they're only young once, and we enjoy the cuddle time. And we appreciate the time that we have with our children when they're that small. Basically, our perception has shifted. You know, we're not in that gloom and doom stage of feeling sorry for ourselves because we're not getting enough sleep, and we're not getting the showers we need. And we change our perspective on the outlook of our life with our newborn child. And if you take that concept and apply that to anything in life in general, not just newborns, but just anything, especially with gardening. Like I told you before, you know, I've been struggling with some of my garden here lately. But I'm taking a new perspective on it. And instead of getting discouraged and giving up and throwing my hands in, I'm doing a little bit of research, y'all, and seeing what I might be doing wrong, or seeing things, certain ways that I can change things, and just having a different perspective on it instead of being gloom and doom about it, you know? So I just wanted to share that with y'all. And my mother-in-law, she got me this devotional book, and there was a verse to go with this, so I want to read it to y'all real quick. It says, "For our present troubles are small and won't last very long, yet they produce for us a glory that vastly outweighs them and will last forever." So when we don't look at the troubles we can see now, rather we fix our gaze on things that cannot be seen. 2 Corinthians 4, verses 17 through 18. Really cool devotional. I love this. It's called A Little God Time for Mothers. It's a 365-day devotional. It's just really neat. So if you could find this book somewhere where you are at, I encourage you to get it. It has really blessed me in a lot of ways. So I'm just changing the way I'm viewing things, and I'm doing some researching, and I'm hoping to do some vlogs maybe once a week on a different kind of vegetable that's grown in the garden, and give a little bit more detail on, you know, how to grow it, and, you know, what kind of soil it needs, what kind of weather it needs, what kind of zone that you would probably grow it in. So I'm going to try to do some vlogs on that, maybe at least once a week, if I can get around to doing them, because I want to share what I'm learning with y'all, so maybe that y'all can learn something new along with me. So I'm going to go ahead and fill the rest of these planters up, and then we'll get to planting some slips that I have done bought. I'm going to bring out my seeds and try again. Okay, y'all, so before I fill this one up, I think I was right. Y'all see that seed right here? So this is where the reservoir would sit, the little gray trays where the water fills up. So with the soil relaxing and sinking down, see how much it's done sunk down? So what it did is it probably pretty much pushed the seeds towards this reservoir. They were underneath this reservoir, so they were getting no light, and they were probably getting a little bit too much water. He's just come home from work. How was work?
Good.
He just got home and he looks like he's tired. Are you tired?
Yeah.
You have a long day. I figured I'd get him on the camera a little bit. I don't get him often because he's not here, because he's working. Tell everybody hi.
Hey, everybody.
Okay, so he's going to go take a shower because he's going to go hang out with my daddy, his papa. And so I just now got all of them topped, and you can see they're fairly full. I made sure they were full to the brim this time. That way they won't, what's the word I'm looking for? Sink down into the container, relax. The soil will not relax and sink down into the container real bad. I picked up a few things at Lowe's the other day. I got me some dill. It smells good. I got me some basil. And I picked up these real pretty flowers. I've never seen these before. Vinca, V-I-N-C-A, Vinca. I don't know how you would pronounce that. But ain't they cute? So I figured I'd stick a few flowers in there. I got these for $2.98. And I always liked to get my bang for my buck. So I look at all of them to see. There was some of them that had 2. There were some of them that had 3. This one had 4. So I got 4 for $2.98. That's a way to just kind of spread your money around and get more bang for your buck. So I'm going to just sporadically kind of plant those in the planter. And I'm going to take some seeds and replant some seeds. And we're going to see how it takes off this time. I've got the GreenStalk all put back together, besides putting where you put the water at. And basically what I did is I kind of shook the containers as I was installing them, and then I just packed some more dirt on there where it had settled down. That was the word I was looking for a while ago. I managed to find 3 nasturtium seeds in there. I don't know if they will grow or not, but we're going to pop them back in there and see. The thing that drew me to the GreenStalk was certain plants. You could plant more than one in each sleeve. And I really like that you could, it's so versatile that you can do that and plant more than one seed in one planter. So I put all 3 of the nasturtiums in there. Now I'm just going to randomly take my dill, my basil, and then flowers and just randomly put them throughout my GreenStalk. And then that way it won't look so sparse until the other seeds come in. Get these out of here. So I'll probably put 1 dill right there. I'm just going to lay them there for right now until I figure out if I like the placement of them. Pull this one out. And I'm going to put it over here. Alright, that one sit up there. And then I'm going to take my basil. I'll give you a good tip about basil. So basil, when it gets to looking like it's getting tall and leggy, and even if it starts to bolt, you can take the first part of the top, let me see if I can show you, of the basil off, and it just makes the basil bush out and produce more basil. I'm gonna take these out. And split these up. Trying to be careful so I don't break a stem here. Lay this out. Oh, this one's really together. Just gotta be very careful. Very careful. Let me get some of that root. Sorry, y'all can't see what I'm doing over there. I done laid it down. This one is so stuck together. I'm hoping I can get all 3 of them kind of separated out. There we go. So we're gonna put this one over here. I'm sorry y'all can't see what I'm doing. It's hard to use the camera and be using both hands at the same time. I'll show you in a minute what I got going on. Just randomly kind of trying to set these in different places. I might put one down here. Okay, and then I got some sweet potatoes, and usually sweet potatoes can take anywhere from 90 to 120 days before harvesting them. So I'm kind of taking a chance on those. July and September, we got a little bit of June left, and maybe the first part of September is our warmer weather is going to be. And so I'm hoping by just taking a chance and getting those that we'll still be able to harvest some sweet potatoes off of them. But I'm not going to put those in the GreenStalk because those per slip can give you 3 to 6 sweet potatoes, and it just wouldn't work in the GreenStalk. So I'm going to put that in the garden, but I'm not going to do that today. I got too much going on. So this one actually, I'm actually going to have 6, I think, off of these, which will be wonderful. I was thinking it was 4, but now that I'm dividing it up, I'm going to get more than just that many. So I'm just going to randomly place these in here. Let's see, I got one over there, one there, one there. Well, that's even a better deal. I got 6 instead of 4, so that was good for $2.98. Alright. And flip it around, show you what I did. So here are my placements. And like I said, I just kind of randomly put it throughout on the GreenStalk. And then I'll just plant seeds in them other spaces. And basically, you're just gonna take your plant and just kind of dig it down in there. You want it more towards the front of the planter if you can. So you can plant it towards the front. So there's that one. And just kind of, or you can put it in the center. Or if you know it's something that's going to be kind of heavy when it comes up, you probably could place it a little bit further back into the planter. So I've got those in the ground and I'm getting ready to do my seeds. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off here. But before I let y'all go, I want to show y'all my zinnias up here by the porch. I'm just in awe over the explosion of these zinnias up here. I guess because they're closer to the porch, the rabbit, my friend in the garden that keeps on getting in, he hasn't ate these. But I love them. And if anybody knows me, they know I love color. And they just have so much color, y'all. Look at these orange. We got a peach one right here. Got a pink one. This is kind of like a raspberry color. Got your light pink, your dark pink. You got even like a whitish yellow over here. They're just gorgeous. I love them. I love them. I love them. And I definitely will be growing more of these. What do y'all think, babies? All my babies are out here. What are you doing, Lily? And Twilight. Got Sammy over there and Indy over here chewing on something. What are you doing, Zuzu? Zuzu is doing good. She's fitting in quite nicely. I gave her a bath today. So her collar's not on right now. She's kind of airing out. She's loving it here, y'all. I encourage y'all to go replant if something has failed in your garden. Like us when we were younger with our babies and we were tired and worn out, but we got rejuvenated when they got much older and we appreciated the gifts and we had a better perspective on life. If you're feeling disappointed or discouraged, just try to look at the upside, look at the things that are coming in your garden and that are doing well. Research the ones that aren't and just try again and just look at it at a different perspective. We will be talking to y'all soon. Hope that y'all have a wonderful evening. Until next time, we'll see you soon.